If you have a piano in your home or church or school, you may know how hard it is to find a professional tuner. A quick Google search shows only a handful in the CSRA, and it's not just here, it's everywhere. The decline comes as fewer acoustic pianos are being built, and digital ones, which never have to be tuned, are increasingly popular. One Augusta tuner is in such demand that he has to book flights for his appointments, often trading his 4-string bass for an 88-string baby grand.
Nobody just wakes up one day and says, I want to be a musician. You have to be born with some inert talent. And mine just kind of ended up being this.
You may know Tim Arbisi from the band Jay and the Bootleggers.
Which I'm way too old to be in a band called Jay and the Bootleggers.
There's also the other job. By day, Arbisi is known as the piano doctor.
Tim!
Hey, good morning, Miss Nancy.
How are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Tim knows his way around the 88 keys and 223 strings.
And you have to turn every single one of them to get it tuned.
He even knows how to take them apart. Kids, don't try this at home.
A piano in someone's home is not like the refrigerator. It's more like the puppy. It's part of the family. It's not something that you ever part with. It becomes a family heirloom. You're going to hand it down generation to generation to generation. There's very few people that do this anymore, and there's still a lot of pianos. A piano is going to last for 80 to 100 years.
Wisteria Hall may date back to 1900, but a piano inside dates back even further. In 1853, when Steinway & Sons became the premier piano company in America, those grand pianos wouldn't fit in most middle-class homes. So uprights, consoles, and square pianos like this one became extremely popular.
They're as delicate as a violin, but they're heavy as a tank.
Tim says everyone has a piano story.
Everybody used to have a piano, wanted to have a piano, they used to play, they wished they'd played, their kids played, their mama played, their grandma was a concert pianist.
And he taught himself the art of tuning.
There wasn't anybody to teach me, and there isn't anybody to teach anybody. There are no piano schools that you can go to and learn how to do this.
He says every piano tuner is weird because they sit by themselves and they don't talk. That's because they listen.
I listen to this all day long, and it makes me a little loopy. And I thought, I'm not going to lose my mind doing this, so I taught myself to do it by vibration and not by sound.
And while he works on instruments that way predate computers, 21st century technology really made his career take off.
It really is the darndest thing. So people started taking pictures of me and putting it up on social media, like, hey, I'm having my piano tuned. And then I'll get a call, hey, I saw you were tuning for my friend. Do you come to Wyoming? And it's like, no, I don't go to Wyoming. I'm in Georgia. Well, I have a piano, and my neighbor has a piano, and we have 5 in a church, and there's another church that's got another 10, and there's no piano tuners around here. And you go, okay, I guess we'll go to Wyoming. I get up every day and get to go play with pianos. I mean, how cool is that?
Arbisi has some cool piano stories too. Though he typically doesn't name drop, he did tell me that he tuned this piano for singer Leanne Rimes back in September. Just one of many stage pianos he's tuned around the country. He gets a call and gets on a plane.
I never ask who I'm tuning for because it doesn't matter. I just go in and do it. But I did get a call a couple of years ago, and at the last minute I said, oh, who am I tuning for? And he said, Bob Dylan. I about dropped the phone, I picked it up, I was like, wait, what?
It's the same pace as the job that brought Arbisi to Augusta in the first place, to be a rock star.
Traveled all over the country with a band from Augusta, People Who Must. And it was great, but I'm doing the same thing now as I was doing then. You'd book a gig, you'd show up in a town, you'd play the show, everybody's happy, tear everything down, go to the next town, set it all up, play a show, everybody's happy, go to the next town. Well, now I'm just doing it house to house to house to house to house.
So you may be wondering, how long will this piano doctor / rock star keep it up? He has an answer.
I was asked one time, when are you going to stop doing all this music stuff? And I thought, well, when I die, but not before then, because music is something you can do your whole life until literally your last breath.
Tim is a steward of something that connects the generations. His heartfelt advice, keep the piano.
Realize when you sell it, it's gone forever. You will never get it back. And there's only one grandma's old piano. And just because this generation doesn't play it or doesn't want it, doesn't mean that the next one won't.
Tim has tuned pianos in more than 600 cities across the U.S. Next year, he's adding clients in Great Britain. And this is interesting. You saw 88 keys and 223 strings on that beautiful grand piano. But get this, there are 12,000 moving parts. In a Web Extra, Tim takes us inside the piano and explains why each one is a work of art. Find this story on WJBF.com for the bonus content. We'll be right back.